1963, when she was studying in the college, she first heard a Gita symposium at Jnana Yajna in Bombay. She was hypnotized, thrilled, and was very excited after hearing Pujadev's lecture. Subsequently, she followed him and listened to various other lectures on Gita, and finally became acquainted with her. And Pujya Gurudev used to take her along wherever he gave some Jnana Yajna in various parts of India. He used to request her to sing bhakti songs and verses, slokas during those lectures. Since she had a very melodious voice, he used to tease her, calling her HMV. For those of you who know what HMV is, at least people who have lived in my contemporary age, it means that his master's voice, present day, probably translates to the turntable. Who can forget the image of a dog looking into the megaphone? And if none of you have seen what a gramophone looks like, look at the movie, what is that? I forgot the name of the movie. Anyway, when I remember, I'll tell you. Because it's something unique. We were all brought up in that. We enjoyed all the music, listened to the gramophone records. I guess we don't have it anymore. She has a very melodious voice. Because of that, some of the recordings, the professional recordings of Pujya Gurudev's Gita, she has recorded her song in those professional DVDs. She subsequently, under the directions of Pujya Gurudev, she learned how to teach Balavihar classes in India. That became very handy to her. I think that was in 1973, I think. That became handy to her when she came to this country in later half of 1970. She started the first Balavihar classes in Long Island, New York. There she, late 70s and throughout the 80s, with the help of her husband, Vishwa Kumar, they conducted several yajnas and several courses and several camps in and around New York. She became the president of Chinmaya Mission of Ann Arbor, Michigan in 2000, where she resides there. And her activities are phenomenal, and you will be amazed to see what all she does in Ann Arbor. I just listed some of them. I would like to go through them. She conducts not one, but 5 Balavihar classes in southeast of Michigan. She has trained hundreds and hundreds of Chinmaya Balavihar teachers and study group savers throughout the country. She conducts Chinmaya study groups, Devi study groups. She conducts classes on Bhagavad Gita, Viveka Chudamani, Bhagavatam, Valmiki Ramayanam on a daily basis. Teaches bhajan classes, and she herself is an accomplished teacher of Carnatic music. She is also the official priest of Chinmaya Mission, Ann Arbor, and conducts various religious events. She has taught 1 year Vedanta course at Chinmaya Mission retreat in Krishnalaya. I do not know where she has the energy to do all of them, but still she does it with all due diligence. Pujya Guruji Swami Tejamayananda conferred on her the title of Acharya at Chinmaya Mission in the year 2008. She is the National Balavihar Coordinator. She is also one of the board of directors of Chinmaya Mission West. I can go on and on and on, but I had to come to an end, otherwise I had to render Acharya Sharada Kumar's Chaalisa. I want to end an introduction with one observation on her organizational skill and administrative capabilities. She is very successfully conducted the Pujya Gurudev's Mahasamadhi camp last year, 2013, in Dearborn, Michigan, which many of us attended. It was a very grand event, very meticulously planned and launched by Acharya Sharadaji. Now I would like to request Acharya Sharadaji to start her discourse on Hanuman Chaalisa, and may I request all the devotees to listen carefully, maintain silence, control running of the children, and mute your cell phones. Incidentally, we do have some books on Hanuman Chalisa. It's available for sale. My helper today would be Aishwarya. She will be running around. If anybody is interested in buying the books, it's about $5 each. So we will enjoy Hanuman Chalisa today and the next 4 days to come by. Hari Om, Shubharatri. Good night.
I'm going to switch my cell phone off. So I would request all of you to please.
Anybody want? If you want, I'll keep it on the table in the back. You can take it later on.
Thank you very, very much, Chris G. That was wonderful. And all that he said, half of them were just extra. He said that he couldn't finish everything. Actually, he did more than what you could finish. I don't do anything more than that. Thank you very much. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागं पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम् उल्लङ्घ्य सिन्धोः सलिलं सलीलं यशोकवह्निं जनकात्मजायाः आदाय तेनैव ददाह लङ्कां नमामि तं प्राञ्जलिराञ्जनेयम् आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि हरि ओम Thank you very much to all of you for having asked me to come and talk on Hanuman Chalisa. For people who like the subject, it becomes, like a very nice thing when people ask what you want to talk about, or when they give that choice, then it's really nice. Hanuman Chalisa is very, very dear to me. You all know that. That's why we come here and do it 108 times year after year. And the greatness of Hanuman Chalisa, I have actually seen. People know about the magical, mystical powers of Hanuman Chalisa. I hope all of you have heard about all the magical powers. Have you? No? It's really amazing. It is one of the Siddha mantras, it is called. So that which when you chant with faith, then whatever you want really happens. And I have never believed in all these kind of things until it actually happened so many times now. It was the first time, it was like a revelation. Somebody had gone to India, and then on the way the plane got hijacked. It actually happened in Detroit, and they did not know the whereabouts of the kid. The kid had gone alone with somebody. That lady was so distraught, and they had gone up to the president of United States, and nothing had happened. This was like 20-30 years ago, and finally she was so sad that we all decided, okay, first time we said we'll do 108 times Hanuman Chalisa. So the next day we were going to do at 5 a.m. we said we would all come. So we went to her house, and we thought it would be like a very sad 108 times we'll all be crying and saying or something like that. But lo and behold, when we went, the whole house was lit with all lights, and it was like a Deepavali day, So we found out that as soon as they had decided that we are going to have the Hanuman Chalisa, they got a call from their son, because he was, they had first, the plane was hijacked in Kuwait, and then somebody took them, and the lorry guy was, somebody bribed that truck guy, and then somehow all those people could come to the next place, and they could call from somewhere, and then that was the first time the lady was hearing the son's voice after a month. So, which was an amazing thing, and we all could not even believe that Hanuman Chalisa can, just the thought of it that we are going to do itself brought that good news back, and of course he came back and all that. So like that, there have been so many. If you go to each and every nook and corner of the whole world, you will find that there will be some story or the other people will tell you as to how effective this Hanuman Chalisa is. It's no exaggeration that when people talk about the greatness of Hanuman Chalisa, everybody should know about this. And from tomorrow on, there are only two more days. Please tell your friends and your family, your their children, anybody can come, because this is something that everybody should know. And since this is, you have Lord Hanuman here, it's very significant that everybody should know about Hanuman Chalisa, the whole greatness of Hanumanji. We all know the magical powers, but the other thing that you have also advertised about is that we don't know that the secret of success lies in knowing this Hanuman Chalisa. How the Lord Hanuman teaches us how to be successful in life, which is again another thing that I was very surprised when first I started hearing about this Hanuman Chalisa. It is just amazing. When children hear about this, at least when we were young, we used to go to South Madras, because I grew up in the north, so we used to go to Madras for Chennai for vacation time. So somebody asked one of my cousins, where is grandma? So somebody answered, oh, grandma has gone to hear Ramayana. And my cousin, who had no clue, immediately said, oh, grandma doesn't know Ramayana? I could have told her. So something like that. We all think that we know, but actually do we really know the greatness of Ramayana? Every time you hear Ramayana, you get something new. It is just amazing. Year after year after year, or day after day after day after day, we have been listening to Ramayana. How many things we grasp from Ramayana? Exactly like that, this Hanuman Chalisa is something that you and I have no clue as to how great this is, with so many points in it, that they are all hidden so much that when they come out, then you are really surprised to really know about this Hanuman Chalisa. As you know, Hanuman Chalisa means 40, Chalisa is 40 shlokas on Hanuman. That is the title. 40 shlokas on Hanuman, written by whom? No other than the great poet, the great saint, The great person who wrote Ramcharitmanas, you and I know, he was the greatest, and he wrote Ramcharitmanas. The same person has written Hanuman Chaalisa when he was not feeling well, it seems. He had done this and he became all right. So that itself shows. At the end he says, Sakhi Gaurisa. Sakhi Gaurisa means the Sakshi is Gaurisha. The Lord Shiva himself is the Sakshi to say that this is a Siddha mantra. What more can we ask for? So all these great saints would not have written without really understanding what they are talking about. So that is the greatness of Hanuman Chalisa. So many different things that I would like to cover. I have written down the points, otherwise I'll just go on and on without coming to the straight points. So we all know Ramayanam. People want to read the whole of Ramayanam. Becomes very tough. So which is the one kandam or one portion that we always are asked to read is Sundarakandam. So Sundarakandam is very sundaram. So because it is so beautiful, it is about the whole beauty of this whole coming of Hanuman and giving this great news to Sita that Rama is actually looking for Sita, and then Sita gets back her life as though, and then Vibhishana knows about Rama, that in case I go to him, he will take me. So many good things are happening. But more than that, I also want to tell you one more thing. What is so great about Sundarakandam is that in Sundarakandam, when Hanuman sees Sita, he doesn't know how to introduce himself. Whatever he says will look like he is Ravana. So Sita has to get that confidence that this is somebody who has come from Rama. So what he keeps on thinking, what should I do? So he starts first thing, Shuklam Baradaram, means starting from the king of Ayodhya was Dasharatha, and he had 3 sons. He had all about the great sons, the 4 sons of Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, all the 4 sons, and out of that Rama was so great. The whole story. And Sita is so surprised that who is talking, and she is just surprised to see a little Vanara, and he is so happy. He comes down and she says, did you say all this? He says, yes. And she says, so really my husband is alive and he is looking for me, and he befriended Sugriva, is that true? And he says, yes, and I am his Duta and I have come to see you, O Mata. And as he is speaking, he gets so excited that he starts going nearer and nearer his mother. Now again gone. She thinks, oh, this guy is really actually Rakshasa only. He is just, I got fooled. So she again, doesn't want to look at him. She turns around and then she just becomes mum. Again, he doesn't know what to do. What else is the rasayanam? What else is the medicine? Immediately Shuklam Baradaram. The once upon a time in Ayodhya, there was the King Dasharatha, he had 4 sons. Start again. The whole thing. So already 2 times the whole of Ramayana has come. Then again when he goes to Dashanana, the Dashamukha, that is Ravana, when he sits in front of Ravana, he wants to know who is he? Ravana will not talk to him directly, but to his minister he asks. And here again, Shuklam Baradaram, he will start with Dasharatha, King Dasharatha, and the whole thing. So in other words, when you read Sundarakandam, the punya of reading Ramayanam comes 3 or 4 times. So, for the buck, you want to get the most. So why would you not, read the Sundarakandam, wherein all these punyam come to you without much difficulty. So this is the best part, that the whole of the Sundarakandam's essence has been made into 40 beautiful verses, and Tulsidas ji has given us, because even for us, as we all know, how great we are. In the first Yuga, people knew all the 4 Vedas, right? Slowly and slowly, Chaturvedis became Trivedis. From Trivedi, people became Dvivedis. From Dvivedis, people became Vedis. And we are all called as Avedis. No Veda at all. So, because we can't remember anything. whatever we say as we are talking also we are forgetting. So what was I saying? We immediately think like that. So here is something that I don't have the time to read the whole of Ramayana. Okay, then Sundarakandam. Don't have time to read the whole of Sundarakandam. What can I do? Okay. So Chalis, only 40 slokams on on Hanuman, which covers the whole of Sundarakandam. So this is as good as reading the whole of Sundarakandam. So why not do it? You can, because it hardly takes 3 minutes. The way we go fast, it only takes 3 minutes. And you get the whole punyam. There is so much of punyam. So this is what the greatness of Sundarakandam and Hanuman Chaalisa is. So we will all read about this, and as and when we come to the different parts, I will let you know what all parts represent what portion of Sundarakandam. Then Vedanta says that infinite is our potential. If that be so, how come we are not able to tap it? How come we are not able to tap it? That which is the essence in each one of us is the same, it is said, and that is no less than that, great Brahman. And you and I are that Brahman, it says. How can I tap it? So when I want to get more and more power, when I go to Google, when I Google every year I have to talk about that. So our Google's Aarti and all that, we always talk about that. In other words, when I go to internet, I can get so much of power from my laptop. Then how about tapping that source, that energy, which is all pervading and it is available and it is a birthright of mine? So how do I do that? Through all these prayers only. Without prayer, you cannot get online with the great power. So here is a beautiful mantra, 40 verses, simple mantras, written in a language which is called as Avadhi language. Avadhi language is the spoken language in Ayodhya at that time, you can say. It seems when Tulsidas ji started writing the Ramcharitmanas, he started writing in Sanskritam. But every night the manuscript used to be it would be stolen. Have you heard of this? So it got stolen by whom? It seems Lord Shiva himself used to steal it, because he wanted him to write in Avadhi Bhasha, because it's all available, all the other Sanskritam and all, you go to Valmiki Ramayanam, it's there. Why not do something that the people, the common people can get it? So, it was written in Avadhi by him, and the Pandits at that time did not like it. They said, hey, if it is not in Sanskritam, we won't accept it. And it seems it was Madhusudana Saraswati who had said that, oh, it is so great that don't even think twice. And they say that all the Ramayanams were kept, and Tulsi Ramayana was kept all the way in the bottom. But in the morning when they opened that door of that temple, it had come on top, and Shiva himself had signed it. Hey, where is the proof, you may ask? So there is no proof, but that's what it says, Saki Gaurisa. The Lord's and the mudra is there because it came up, and it's even available for all of us today. If we go to the whole of India, everywhere Hanuman Chaalisa is so popular. In the north, people normally have Tuesday as Hanumanji's day. And in the south, people normally have Saturday as Hanumanji's day. So Swami Swarupananda used to say that if a South Indian were to call Hanumanji on Tuesday, then Lord will say, hey, today it's not your day. I'm going to over to North India, so don't call me, and vice versa. In other words, Tuesday or Saturday, it doesn't matter. Every day is a great day. Please try to read at least once every day. And it also says at the end, Jo Satbar Patakar Koi. So Satbar actually means Shatabar, that is 100 times. Hare Ram, every time how can we do 100 times? So chalo koi baat nahi, Satbar 7 bar ho gaya. That means, so the 7, instead of 100, you at least do 7 times. So Tuesdays and Saturdays you do 7 times. Even that is good enough. If not possible, at least do 1 time. So that is the whole beauty of this Hanuman Chalisa. About Tulsidas, we all know how great he was. When he was born, it seems he was born with teeth in his mouth. When the teeth are there, in those days, it was considered as inauspicious. I don't know for what reason. Some silly reason, people used to think that if the child already has all the teeth, it's an inauspicious child, maar do usko. Can't have that kind of child. So, poor, the mother did not want to lose the child. So, quietly she called the maid servant and she said, please take this baby and you take him away. Don't kill him. So, and gave her some money also. So, the maid servant took the baby and took him home. Now, when the husband of that maid servant saw this baby, he thought, ye kya musibat? Somebody else's difficulty has now come to my house. Because it is inauspicious, somebody has thrown it away and now it has come to my house. I don't know what all bad things are going to happen to me. Arey, why did you bring it? Throw! So she had to go and abandon the child on the road. And it seems the one who cannot be taken care of anybody, the Lord alone takes care. And it is said that Lord Shiva and Parvati came as his father and mother. And those are his parents actually who brought him up. That's what they say. And as the child was going to be a little bit, as he started becoming bigger, one band of great saints were walking through that city, through that village. And they saw this young little boy who was so bright and so beautiful. They said, we will take him. And they brought him up. The band of Sant Mahatmas who were coming from Banaras. They saw this young boy and they brought him up. They taught everything that they could to that young boy. And they did everything for him. And when he became a young man, he wanted to go back and see where his village was. But everything had gone, it had been ruined. So he did not have anybody to call as his own. Those pandits looked for a young girl for him, and he got married to the most beautiful girl at that time in that place. And when he had not had any love from anybody, he got very attached to this young woman, and all that time he wanted to be with her. One day, she had to go to her parents' house because her brother came and said, parents want you back at home for 3-4 days. So come. She could not wait for the husband to come in the evening. So she just wrote a note saying that I have gone to my parents' house. I'll be back in 3-4 days. So I'll see you then. Then when he came home, he could not take it. He said, how could she leave me and how can I now stay alone? So it was pouring, and in that pouring rain, he just ran out, and it seems he had to cross the river. In order to cross the river, there was no boat, but there was a dead body that was floating. He just held on to the dead body and he crossed the river. And when he came to the house of his wife's parents' house, then everybody was asleep. It was midnight. And he knew that from the top he could go. So he just had to climb that side of the wall. And a dead snake was hanging. So imagine, or some live snake or dead snake, I don't know, some snake was hanging. He just held on to it and he came up and he jumped into the room where his wife was sleeping, and he was stinking because he was holding on to the corpse and the snake and all kinds of dirty things. So when he came and he jumped in, this lady started shouting, chor, chor. He said, don't shout, it's me. She said, oh my goodness, what are you doing in the middle of the night? What are you doing here? And he said, Arey, I could not stay without you. How can I stay without you? You and I, if we had been there, we would have been so proud. How nice. Look at my husband. Oh, he loves me so much. We would have loved. That lady was just an amazing person. She said, if only you can, what love you have for me, if you could show that to the Lord, you would have become a realized soul by now. That's it. When he heard that, that's all he needed. As though she became like a guru for him. And that one sentence just pricked him so sharp that he realized that if only he could transfer that love to the Lord, he can become realized He immediately left the house and he became Tulsi Das. From then on, he became that great Tulsi Das. That is who he is. Just you just know how many things he has done. So, but how he started, how he became that. If we know all this, then we get more out of the whole of this Hanuman Chaalisa. When we read, the bhakti should, as Chris Ji said, bhakti should be the main thing that should come to our hearts. The heart should melt with bhakti. So we'll start with that much of introduction will do. We'll start with Hanuman Chaalisa. If you have the book, please repeat after me. I know you all know, but it's better if we all repeat so we are all in the same tune. Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raja Saroj Raja Nij Man Mukur Sudhari Baranau Raghuvar Vimal Jasu Baranau Vimal Jasu Jodayak Phalachari बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार. Together, Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raja Nij Man Mukur Sudhari Baranau Raghuvar Vimal Jasu Jodayak Phalachari Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumirau Pavan Kumar Dehu mohi harahu kalesa vikar. So this is the prayer, a part of the prayer that Tulsi Das Ji starts with. He is saying, Baranau Raghuvara Vimala Yasha. I want to describe, Baranau is actually Varnan. What we say Varnan becomes Baranau. So it's so easy, on the tongue. The whole thing is so sweet if you really enjoy this language. It's very beautiful. Baranau Raghuvara Vimalayasha. But in order to sing the glories, first my mind should be pure, says Tulsi Das Ji. If Tulsi Das Ji had to cleanse his mind, then what can we talk of us? So he says, Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja. Shri Guru, that Guru, all are Gurus, Gurujis, Guru, that Guru who shows the identity of myself with that Brahman. That Tattvamasi Mahavakya, the one who actually gives me the meaning of that and shows me who actually I am, is called as Shri Guru. All are Gurus, but Shri Guru specially means that one who gives me the self-knowledge for which I've been born as a human being. The very reason that I have been given this chance as a human being with the discriminating faculty of buddhi is because so that I can reach that and become one with the Lord. Now here he says, Shri Guru, I take the dust of the lotus feet of my Guru, the Guru who has shown me the oneness between me and the Brahman. I take that and I cleanse my heart. Saroja Raja, Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja, Nija Mana Mukura Sudhari. Mana, mind. Mukura means mirror. The mirror of my mind has become very dirty because it has been so many billions of births that I have taken, as so many things. We don't know what all we have been in our previous births. We don't know how many vasanas we have. We have no idea. On Sunday we'll be talking about this. How dhumen avriyate vannihi yathadarsho malenacha. From the 3rd chapter we'll be talking about that. At that time we'll say how, see, if you go on vacation for a month or something like that, especially in India, and when you come back, the mirror will be full of dust. That dust cannot go away if you go foo. No, you really have to take some Windex kind of thing and first put it and then nicely go clockwise, anti-clockwise with the proper cloth and all that. You have to really put some effort in order to clear that mirror out. So my mind has become so dusty with so much of vasanas from all my previous births. For that I really need some kind of a cleanser, which is nothing but the dust of the feet, lotus feet of my Shri Guru. Charana Saroja Raja Nija Mana Mukura Sudhari. After having cleansed, Baranau Raghuvara Vimalayesh. After that only I can start singing about the glories of this. I want to describe Baranau. Raghuvara, that is another thing. He is going to do Hanuman Chaalisa. And I think he got confused. He is saying Raghuvara. Who is Raghuvara? The best in the Raghu dynasty. We know it is, we are talking about Rama. Right? So, when you take Tulsi Ramayana, you can either say Raghuvara can be described as, Rama or Bharata. Both of them in the first part and second part, they are called as Raghuvara. Now, we are not talking either of Rama nor about, Bharata. But Hanumanji was not even a human being to say that he was a Raghuvara. He is not born in that dynasty. Then how come he becomes the best amongst the Raghu dynasty? It seems when Hanumanji went to see Sita, first he saw Rama, remember. But at that time Rama never called him as son. But when he went to see Sita, he called as Sita Mata, Janani he calls her, mother, and she calls him Tata, that is my son. She calls him as her son. Now once Sita has called him as son, when he comes back, now Rama also calls him son. Before that, it's always like that. The mother sees the baby first and then she tells the father, this is your baby or this is your dad and all that. So the mother is introducing the son to the father, something like that. Now Rama has also called him as my son. Sita also has called him as her son. So then he becomes the son of the mother and father who are the Raghuvaras. So then naturally he also becomes of that same dynasty, it seems. So his mind, Tulsidasa's mind is so full of love for that Lord Hanuman that he feels that he is the son of Rama. So he says, Baranau Raghuvara Vimala Yasha. I want to describe the great glories. Vimala. Vimala means that which is blemishless. Blemishless. Again, when you hear Swami Tejomayananji, how beautifully he describes that there is nobody in this world who has not been, given some kind of bad name. Something or the other people will blemish the name by saying, oh, that person did this person did that. We always see that, especially as the person goes, higher and higher in any world. Then somebody or the other will try to pull the person down. Great Rama was not spared. Sita ji, who is Pavitrata, she is nothing but auspiciousness, she was also not spared. Lord Krishna, of course, has been called by so many names. We know in the recent years, we know Mahatma Gandhi's name. Anybody you take, some name or the other, they will just find out some difficult, some wrong things, and then they will start, bringing the name of that person down. If at all we can say that one person has never had any bad name, it is Hanumanji. Blemishless. Absolutely nobody can find fault with him. Such a pure soul. So, Bharanau Raghuvara Vimalayasha, why should I do it? What do I have in it? No, we immediately ask like that. So here it says, Jo Dayak Phalachari. The 4 Purusharthas in life, we call it as Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Right? So, in life, we want to do Punya Karmas, Dharma, so that we can be, happier later also. Artha, of course, we need materialistic, wealth, everything. Why do we need the wealth? So that we can enjoy. Kama. So that I can have this, so that I can have that. Sometimes you get wealth, but no health. Like, one of the jokes was that that master of the house cannot get to eat anything because he only keeps on taking pills. In the book also, Swamiji has written like that. But all those people who are working for him, they get cashews and badam and everything, so nicely everybody. So if health is there, wealth is not there. Wealth is there, health is not there. So you want everything. If 10 things are going right in your life, one thing is not going right, you are miserable. Isn't it? All the other things are okay. Only thing is I have been diagnosed with cancer. Are you? Can you imagine that? I cannot say that I am happy. In life, you want happiness all throughout, in all possible, in all facets. So, Jo Dayak Phalachari means the one who gives the whole happiness. And the final happiness can come only when I realize God. That is the ultimate. Even that moksha, it says, can be gotten by this when you do Hanuman Chaalisa. Really? Yes, definitely there is no doubt about it. Please do not doubt the efficacy of this mantra. It is unbelievable. So it says, Sri Guru Charana Saroja Raja, taking the dust of the lotus feet of my Guru, I cleanse my mind so that I will be deserving enough to sing the glories of this Sri Hanuman, who is actually the great in the dynasty of Raghu, who has absolutely no blemishes in it against his name. And when I sing this, I will get all the 4 Purusharthas of life, namely Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Okay, now going to the next one. Buddhihina tanu janike Sumiro Pavana Kumar Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi Harahu Kalesa Vikara. Together, Buddhihina tanu janike Sumiro Pavana Kumar Bala Buddhi Harahu Kalesa Vikara. He says, Buddhihina tanu janike. I know that my body, here body does not mean body, that I am. That I am, my upstairs is for to let, they say, my buddhi is not working properly. Why? Because tanu, I am thinking that my body is me. All the time, how are you doing? We can never say I'm doing fine. Actually, left side of my head is actually starting to hurt now. By the time this Hanuman Chaalisa gets over, I think I'll get the whole headache. Something or the other, whatever is the condition of my body becomes my condition. All the time, we are only thinking that we are this body. That's why we get so worried about death, etc. So here it says, Buddhihina tanu janike. I know that I am not able to get that. I am ignorant of my own self. Buddhihina Tanu Janike. I am thinking of Sumirao Pavana Kumar. Sumirao means I am Smaran Kararao. I am remembering this Pavana Kumar. Pavan Kumar. Who is Pavan Kumar? Pavan Kumar is the Lord Wind's son. Now, again, such a great name. The Lord Wind. So many great qualities. People who come from India, they always find it very difficult to come to our houses because there is no cross ventilation. We have forgotten that we have to keep all the doors and windows open because it's so cold, especially where I come from, and you are also almost in the same place. So it is so cold that throughout the year we are used to having all this stuffy place. We have become like that. We have become immune to that. So when there is wind blowing, they say that the germs are taken away. It becomes more and more healthy. It is the one that is a purifier. So that wind god, his son, naturally he is the purifier. Take his name, Ram ban gaya. All your difficulties will go away. One thing. The second thing, the least appreciated. Least appreciated. All the time we are breathing in and out, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Have we ever stopped to think, what will happen if I don't have this breath, if I don't have this, fresh air? What will happen? Are we ever grateful for that? Like Guruji always says, we keep, when somebody gives me a bangle, I'm so happy. The bangle is, or the wristwatch, so nice. Thank you so much. The one who gave me the wrist, I'm not thanking. The one who has given me the neck, I'm not thanking. But the necklace, yes. Yeah. So we forget that this wind god all the time is serving us without any thanks. We always say, I did so much for them. I never asked for any money. I did not want money. But one smile. At least she could have smiled. That means I want something from them. I never do anything without expecting something. But here, the wind god is serving us day in and day out, literally, till we stop breathing. Right? So, here is the humility to the nth degree. So, when we say Pavana Kumar, what do we want? Which quality do we want from Pavana Kumar? We want that humility. Anybody who is very, very, very rich or very, very, very knowledgeable, his or her greatness becomes so great when they also have humility. Isn't it? Vidya vinayena shobhate, right? So when there is some vinayam, that is when there is humility, then the life becomes so beautiful. So here also we say Sumirao Pavana Kumar, when Tulsi Das ji calls him as Pavana Kumar, all these things are embedded, the meanings are embedded in that. So Sumirao Pavana Kumar, Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi. Please give me. What do I want? Bala, Buddhi and Vidya. Bala. I want to be a Pelwan. No, not like that. I want to have strength so that I can really become efficient in all the things that I do. Not only physical strength do I need moral strength, I need all kinds of strength. I have to be able to face the difficulties. I want to be strong enough. Buddhi. Buddhi is the faculty of understanding. We all know. Oh, okay. You have already asked for Buddhi. Then next one is Vidya. Why Vidya? Because first is the instrument. Because if this is not there, then I will not even understand anything. So first give me the instrument to understand, and then let me also have the knowledge. Then only it will be of use. Otherwise you give me Vidya, I don't know what to do with it. Because I don't have any capacity to understand. So beautifully asking for all the three, the Buddhi, first of all, the strength, and the Buddhi, like Gurudev used to say, intellect, the intelligence, he used to say like that, so that we could really understand as to what it means. So the faculty of understanding, Buddhi, and Vidya, so that the knowledge can come to me. So that it says harahu kalesha vikara. Kalesha is klesha. Klesha are different types of difficulties that we go through in life. So what are the different types of kleshas that he is talking about here is that one is the main problem that we all have is avidya. Avidya means ignorance. Ignorance of what? Of French? No, not of French. Or any other secular knowledges. It's not talking about that. The avidya is of my own true self. Who am I don't know. Without knowing who am I just do everything in the world. That is really a very sad thing. If first let me know who I am, that is the avidya. The second thing is, the problem is that we have asmita. Asmita means the ego. I am considering myself as this I, the ego, which I am not. I have superimposed myself on that, and that is the second problem. The third one is ragas. Raga means, don't think of some beautiful ragam that we sing. The attachments that we have, that is a problem. Then dvesha, the opposite of that, that is totally hating things, hatred towards things. And the last one is called as abhinivesha, and that is basically the fear of death. So these are the different kleshas that I have. O Lord, O Hanuman, please give me the knowledge and the faculty to understand, and also the balam, so that I can come out of this world and I can be a winner in this world. Please bless me with your grace. So this is the prayer. So one more time together. Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raj Nij Manu Mukur Sudhari Baranau Raghuvar Vimala Jasu Jodayak Phalachari Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumara Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi. Now starts the 40 verses. Jaya Hanuman Gyan Guna Sagar. Jaya Hanuman Gyan Guna Sagar. Jai Kapi Sati Hu Lok Ujagar. Jai Kapi Sati Hu Lok Ujagar. Ramaduta Atulita Baladhama. Lita Baladhama Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanama. Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanama. Okay, together. Jai Hanuman Gyan Guna Sagar. Jai Kapi Sati Hu Lok Ujagar. Ramaduta Atulita Baladhama Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanama. Okay, so now Jai Hanuman. So we have to, when we say Jai, we have to really say it with all the feelings. Victory to that Hanuman. He starts like that. So when you start anything, you should show some enthusiasm, right? Jaya Hanuman Gyan. If I start like that, then people will say, "Oh, poor thing, must not have eaten or something." So there should be joy in that. When we say Jai, like Guruji always says, put some oomph into that. Remember that. So Jai Hanuman, he is starting like that because Hanuman stands for enthusiasm. When you read Sundarakandam, there is a portion where he becomes a little bit dejected because he has searched and searched and searched and searched for Sita Ji, cannot find her. Then he says, "Oh, all my efforts have totally gone to waste." And once you get into this negative mode, the mind will just keep on supplying you with all kinds of negativities. Please remember that. So he gets into that, he gets sucked into that. And then he starts saying, what is the use of my going back? And then if Rama sees that Sita is not there, then he will die. When he dies, then of course Lakshmana is going to die. If Lakshmana dies, then Bharata will come to know. Bharata will die. If Bharata dies, Shatrughna will die. If all the 4 sons are dead, then what will the parents do? The mothers will die. When the mothers also die, then Sugriva will feel it's all because of me. Then let me die. Then Sugriva dies. Then if he were to die, his wife will die. And the Ruma, the other Tara also, that is Vali's wife also will die. When they are all dead, then Angada will die. It just goes on and on and on and on. I am not making it up. You go and read Ramayana. So he totally goes into the negative mode. Then immediately he understands, what am I doing to myself? So 6th chapter Bhagavad Gita, you have to pull yourself by yourself. So here Hanuman is always, he says, the enthusiasm alone can take you out of this kind of depression. So don't get into the depression mode. You yourself pull yourself, and then he just gains that power from within. That's why I'm saying, bring your children also, bring everybody. This is something that will give us enormous strength. Enormous strength. It is unbelievable, the strength that you get out of this Hanuman Chaalisa. So starting with Jai Hanuman, and Hanuman, the name itself, right? So what is the meaning of Hanuman? Like, I only can remember Gurudev, he used to say Chinmayananda, his own name. The one who has lots of chin. And he was so skinny, he was not like, layers of chin, not like that. But he would, Chitmaya is Chinmaya, we all know. But just for fun, he used to say, but the whole idea is Hanuman means the one who is prominent with his chin. What is so prominent about his chin? When he was a baby, it seems, we all know the story, he saw the sun in the sky and he thought it was a red, some kind of apple or some fruit, he thought. And he wanted to get it, so immediately, I want that. Like our children also say that. I want that. We all have gone through that. So he immediately started flying because he had the capacity, started going there, and Indra got very scared. Hurry, what will happen to the whole world if this kid does something? So, of all the things, a little baby, and what is he using? The most powerful nuclear power. So he had this Vajrayudham. We all know Vajrayudham was specially made for killing a great asura called Vritrasura. That comes in Bhagavatam, the story. Now here, that Vajrayudham was, formed from Dadichi Maharshi's backbone and all those stories you all might know. So that Vajrayudham he is using against this baby. How great his mula is, how great his mind is working. Anyway, so when he used it, nothing happened to Hanuman except his chin was a little bit hurt, and he just fell down unconscious. When he fell down unconscious, it is said that his father, wind god, got very annoyed. Who is doing this to my son? I will stop blowing. No air, no oxygen throughout the world, and so everybody started throughout the universe, and everybody started suffocating. And everybody ran to the Lord and said, oh, please do something. Brahmaji, to all gods, came to wind god and said, please, don't do this. Please let the air blow. Then he said, only if you bless my son with all your powers. So one god, each god gave one power to Hanumanji. He became the greatest, so powerful. It is the story. So Hanuman just stands for that prominent chin. The one which has a cleavage, which has a little broken chin, but that became like a beautiful thing for him, and he is called as Chinmayananda. So anyway, so he is called as Hanuman, Jai Hanuman, Jnana Guna Sagara. The one who has lots of knowledge. How do we know he has lots of knowledge? He is called as Nava Vyakriti Pandita. So he knew all the 9 Vyakaranas. And also, when he first sees Rama, he goes and talks to him, and Rama cannot believe that a person who is so well versed in all types of Vyakaranas, can be so humble and so simple. He turns to Lakshmana and says, hey, don't take him to be an ordinary person. He is a great guy. Immediately, he gives the certificate. So, Jnana is already there. Gunasagara. Gunasagara means an ocean of virtues. When you have lot of jnanam, when you have a lot of knowledge, when you don't have virtues, that is diabolic. Right? This is all the children, our children have to know this. Yeah. So a lot of studying you might have done, but if you don't have the proper virtues, then you can be a Ravana. Yeah. Ravana was also a great Pandita. He had also read everything. But look at him, where he was and where Hanuman is. So Jnanam without this guna is no good at all. So with the virtues, so Jai Hanumana, Jnana, Gunasagara, and then Jai Kapis. Jai Kapis means victory to the king of all the monkeys. Arey, he was never the king of monkeys. Who was the king of monkeys? Sugriva was. Or before that, Vali was. And this one, who is just he is just working for Sugriva, but he becomes the Sugriva, he becomes the Kapisa because he is ruling everybody in their hearts. Yeah? One can be a ruler outward in the world, but the one who is ruling everybody through love is much better. So Kapisa here stands for the one who is ruling everybody because of his love. Jai Kapisa, Tihu Loka Ujagar. You are the one who brightens all the three worlds. In the suras, that is all the devas, they are all praising you. In the world, all the men of wisdom, they are all praising you. Even the asura, even in the Patala Loka, everybody is praising you. You are the one who is brightening up all the three worlds. Tihu Loka Ujagara. And who are you? Ramaduta. Right? So you all have to know, whenever we want to say something about ourselves. Do you know Madurai Mani Iyer? Somebody says, who is that? Don't you know he is such a great singer? No, I immediately say, I am his niece. Oh, really? I don't know how to sing. But when I say like that, then my bhav, it just becomes bigger. We always try to associate. Just like, Rama says, I am Sitapati. Or Umapati. Lord Shiva. So, Lakshmipati. So, when you associate with somebody great, then you feel great. When you are alone, you are nobody. But when you represent, when you are an ambassador to a country, then you are, the status becomes higher and higher. Exactly like that, whenever this Hanuman, anybody asked him, who are you? He will never say, I am Hanuman. He will say, Ramaduta. I am the Duta, the devotee, the messenger. You can say anything, servant of Lord Rama. When you do that, all of us should know this. Another point, all these points should be noted very well. The point to be noted in this is that when you don't take the onus, like in a company, when you are working for somebody, then you don't have any stress. But when you become when you own the company, all headaches are yours. Isn't it? We all know that. Of course, we want to do that, but we know that with the position comes all the responsibilities. You used to be so happy when you used to live in the apartments. You could just call and say, hey, the bathroom is clogged. Somebody will come. After you bought the house, you know how difficult. The same thing when we have our own house. Nothing doing. You have to go underneath the plumbing to everything you do. Like Gurudev always used to say that we all had the vasana to clean the bathrooms. And that's why we all came to America. In India, we could not have finished that vasana because nobody would let you do that. Mali to everything, all the cleaning the house, etc. We had the vasana, and that's how we have come to this country. So, in other words, when I work for somebody, then the problem is theirs and not mine. So the boss is Rama. Then whatever I know, I do. It's all his mistake. It's not like that. It is that once you consider yourself as working for the Lord, automatically you will not do anything wrong. The Lord's name is such that you automatically are sanctified. So Ramaduta, he calls himself as Ramaduta because he is my boss. Then why should I worry? So Ramaduta, Atulita Baladhama, incomparable energy and vitality and strength. That is what you are, an abode of that. Ramaduta, Atulita Baladhama, and you have two more names, Anjani Putra, Pavana Sutta. Anjani was the mother, and we all know there is a story behind that. She was an Apsara, it seems, and for some reason she had to be born as a monkey. But whenever she wanted, she could be like a lady, and she would be like an Apsara only. She was so pretty, so beautiful. Once wind god saw her, and he came and proposed to her. So he said, "Will you marry me?" I'm already married. So he felt very bad. So he gave her Tejas, that when you get the son, he will be like me. So he had given her that ability. So she had the son, who had the greatness of Pavana Kumar, of the Pavan Devata, that is the wind god. So Anjani Putra, Pavana Sutta, both are his names. Pavana Sutta, Nama. These are your names. So one more time together. जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपी सति हूँ लोक उजागर, रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा. Okay, now going to the next one. Is there a clock here?
Yes. 20 more minutes.
15?
20 more. 40 now.
It's 8:40. महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी, कंचन बरण बिराज सुबेसा, वरण विराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा. Together, महावीर कंचन बरण विराज सुबेसा, Mahavira. So now Tulsidas ji is calling him as Mahavira. Veera we all know. Mahavira means he is the greatest, so his valor is so much. So it seems he is Mahavira, the one who is, there are so many different Veeras. Huh? One can be one type of Veera. Like we get PhDs in one, in one area, maybe two areas. Sometimes maybe crazy people, three areas, we don't know. But here it is like having PhD in all the areas. Huh? So Danavira, the one who keeps on, being a philanthropist, giving charity. Dayavira, having compassion. Huh? Vidyavira. There are so many people who have that title also. Vidyavira, Ranavira, people who can be so good in the battlefield. There are so many different things are given here. And then Tyagavira, then of course. So all these are different Veeras. Here it says all of them put together is called Mahavira. So he is, whatever we can think of, he is very good in all areas. So he is called as Mahavira. And then Vikrama means there are people who can have all the degrees. Veera, I'm a Veera Shura. But when they see a cockroach, how they behave. Huh? Have they really put it into practice? Have they been challenged? And have they done? Have they shown? And of course, Hanumanji has shown time and time again, we will just come to all the stories, that there are so many things that we will see. He is just great in all possible ways. Huh? So he is called as Vikrama. Bajarangi means Vajra Angi. Vajra Angi means the one whose body is as solid, as strong as the Vajra. Again, that same Vajra that we talked about, Indra used that. So his body is so strong. So Bajarangi. Kumati Nivara Sumatike Sangi. Kumati Nivara means he removes all the negativities of a person and he makes you become one in the company of all good people, Satsangi. He changes people. So, now comes the Sundarakandam. So, when Hanuman went to Lanka, I'm just laughing because Swami Swarupananji says, if you want to have a proper guard, a person who will not miss anything, you should have a lady. She won't miss even a little mosquito. Because when Hanuman tries to enter into this Lanka, he becomes very small. And he is trying to somehow, go past her. That Lankini saw him and he said, hey, where are you going? Come here. So then he says, Amma, I have never seen big cities like this. First time I'm coming, let me just look around and I'll come back and I'll go. So she says, what do you think I am? Was I just born yesterday or something like that? I know you guys, I'm going to give you a blow. And then she comes and then she hits him. This guy thought he was chivalrous, so he did not want to do anything to the Lankini, but with the left hand pinky, he just touched her and she just fell down and she was vomiting blood, it seems. That much of strength he had. Now, if you and I were there, we would be so angry at the person who gave that blow. But what does that Lankini say? She gets up and she's so happy. She almost falls at the feet of Hanuman and she says, Hare, I was waiting for this day. I didn't know that you are my savior. My savior has come finally. So she had a curse and she was born as a Rakshasi who had to be in Lanka, and she was told as a remedy to her this curse that one day a monkey will come and give you a blow and you will be defeated by that monkey. Understand that that day is the start of the fall of Ravana. So in other words, that Lankini who was full of all negative nature, who was working for Ravana, the moment she was touched by Hanuman, the whole thing changes and she is extremely happy and she says, Arey Hanuman, go and see, go and find out Sita is there or not, you go, I will give you permission. So in other words, that Hanuman who changes the negativities of a person and makes you become very good. So Kumati Nivara Sumatike Sangi. When you like somebody, you always like to think of them. And a person may look just ordinary when you just look at them. But once you start seeing their good points in them, they look so beautiful to you. And you go and describe that person to somebody else. That person, so beautiful. And they say, I don't think that person is that beautiful. But you feel that that person is very beautiful because you have that person's personality, comes through when the person is talking. So here also, Kanchana Barana means your Barana. Barana means Varana, your color. Your hue, the way you are, it looks like you are emanating some golden rays. Kanchana means like the gold. Kanchana Barana Viraja Subesa, your face is so beautiful. Kanana Kundala, very fashionable earrings. You are wearing such beautiful earrings. Kunchita Kesha. Your hair is so curly. You have such beautiful long hair that has been permed as though. So it is so beautiful that naturally when anybody looks at you, it seems Swami Prakashananda had made a lot of pictures. Somebody had made some photographs of the Lord Hanuman in Siddhavadi, and it seems he went to collect the pictures from the store. When he went to the camera store, that lady, the Chinese lady, she was asking him, what is this? And he said, oh, it is like we have a monkey god. And she said, he is so handsome. So even somebody who did not have any idea about what Hanuman is, when they see the pictures of his greatness, you automatically, you feel like that. So here, with lots of love, he says, Kanchana Varana Viraja Suvesha, Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesha. Everything about you looks so beautiful. Yeah. So together, one more time. Mahavira Vikrama Bajarangi, Umati Nivara Sumati Ke Sangi, Kanchana Varana Viraja Subesa, Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesha. Next one. Hatha Vajra Au Dvaja Biraje, Hatha Vajra Au Dvaja Biraje, Kandhe Munja Janevu Saje, Kandhe Munja Janevu Saje, Shankara Subana Kesari Nandana, Shankara Subana Kesari Nandana, Teja Pratapa Mahajagavandana, Teja Pratapa Mahajagavandana, Hatha Vajra or Dvaja Biraje. So these are all simple things. In your hand you have Vajra and Dvaja. Dvaja means flag. Hare? Hanuman doesn't have all that. Hanuman has only Gada. Right? Where is the Pataka? Where is the flag? And where is the Vajra? There is nothing we can say. But according to the palmistry, in his hands the mudra of Vajra one hand and the flag in the other hand. It seems that is the sign of a great leader. So you have that. So Hatha Vajra or Dvaja Biraje, Kandhe Munja Janevu Saje. So on your shoulder you have this munja grass. The Janevu, the thread that you wear used to be made of that kind of a grass. So you are wearing that. Now when you say like that, it looks like, yeah, he is wearing a sacred thread. But the whole idea is, in Hinduism we have all these different samskaras, right? 16 samskaras that we talk about. Even before the lady gets pregnant, there is a samskara for her to have a proper child. And after also we know the Seemantam, etc. We have 5th month, 7th month. There are so many different things that we do. And in Bhagavatam there is a story where Prahlada, when he is in the mother's womb, when Naradji is telling the story, from inside he is hearing, it seems. So prenatal knowledge, all this, it's all in that, it's proven like that. So all these samskaras are given. When the child is born, we know the naming ceremony, and then Annaprashanam, giving food, or Aksharabhyasam, so many different things. When it comes to, before going to school in those days, between 5 and 7, when they were very young, they would be given this thread ceremony. So many, from then on, he is eligible to study, etc. So there are so many disciplines that are, enjoined for the kid at that time. And in the olden days, it seems even girls and boys, everybody used to get. Later on, everything got changed. So for whatever reason. So if a person, when they say that you are wearing that, the 3 threads, the 3 rinas that we are supposed to pay, and the knot which stands for Brahman, so many different meanings to that. If we start talking about that, then we cannot proceed further. So I cannot go into the meanings. But when we understand that when Hanuman has that thread, that means he has all the necessary tools to face the world, but at the same time the discipline also. So when we teach the children, we have to understand that without discipline, if you just give them everything, then it will not be the proper thing. So here Kandhe Munja Janevu Sajai stands for all the disciplines that he stands for. Because we say that when he went into Lanka, so much of temptations. Nothing, he did not get tempted by anything. After all, he has come from that forest. So much of food is there. So much of fun things are there. Everybody and anybody. Thoda sa to. Just one cup, I will just drink this and see. Nothing of that. So, later on I will come to that, what all he has done, etc. We have not yet come to that. So here we find that the discipline of him that he has is what is represented by that Kande Munja Jane Usaje. Shankara Suvana. Again, Are, you are confusing me. Shankar's son also, Shiva's son also. Just now you said he has, Lord Pavan as his, Lord Wind as his father. But actually Anjani was married to Kesari. So he is also Kesari Nandan. What is this? Now you are bringing in Shankara Suvana. So again, it is said that when Lord Mahavishnu took the avatara of Rama, all the gods wanted to help him. If he is taking the form of a man, you cannot excel. You cannot be anything higher than that. So they all wanted to take something below that. So Vanara. Is Vanara? Narava? Sanskritam teacher can teach you what it is. Is it? Is he a man or what? So that is a monkey. So here, even Shankara, the Lord Shiva wanted to help him, and he also gave his tejas to Hanuman. So Hanuman had so many fathers, so many things to claim from. So here we say that even all of us are like that. The spark in each one of us is nothing but that Lord Shiva only. And the pavana, the breath that you are taking in and out, that is nothing but the Lord's grace, wind God's grace. Yeah, and we have our biological fathers. So we are all the children of the three fathers only. So here also it says that Shankara Suvana, Kesari Nandana. Also he is called as the son of Kesari. That is the biological father. So Kesari Nandana. Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandana Teja Pratapa Mahajagavandana. Your tejas, your brilliance is so great. So all the worlds are actually praising you. They are doing namaskar to you all the time. We'll take one so that we can at least complete something. Otherwise we cannot complete the whole thing within 3 days. Going to the next one. Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatura Rama Kaj Karibe Ko Atur Prabhu Charitra Sunibe Ko Rasiya Rama Lakhana Sita Mana Basiya. So, here comes the beauty. Vidyavana, he is full of vidya, he is full of knowledge. Guni, again, full of virtues. Ati Chatura. Ati Chatura means extremely smart. 3 things. Vidyavana, knowledgeable, Guni, with virtues, with proper kind of all positive virtues. Chatura, extremely smart. 3 things. But the 4th one is most important. He says, Rama Kaja Karibeko Atura. Atura means so enthusiastic in doing what? Rama Kaj means my Lord's work. Whatever is our goal. If we keep that in front of us all the time, Rama Kaja Karibeko Atura, deriving that enthusiasm from the goal that we keep. When I am doing for the Lord, I cannot get tired. Whatever I do. So the goal has to be clear for all of us to succeed. This is the success, you know. That's why I want all the children also to be here. So you can understand that if I want to be successful in my life, the goal must be so high. We all bring our goal, no, aim always low. This is enough, chalta hai, so koi baat nahi. So it's not like that. If we keep it high, Rama kaja karibe ko atura, we all know that all these monkeys came with him. There were tens of thousands of monkeys. Everybody came to the seashore. Before that, they were all saying, no problem. I will go to Lanka and I will bring Sita. Everyone was saying. And when it actually came to it, when they understood that it is 800 miles, one guy says, I can go 100 miles. The other one said 200, 300. So each one is, saying. Then Angada says, I can go, but I don't know if I will have the strength to come back. Arey, what is the use then? It's as well not, there is nothing at all. And here, Hanuman does not open his mouth until Jambavan comes and says, hey, you are born to do this work, remember? And all of a sudden he remembers, the Guru is the one who brings the potential in each one of us. Yeah? Until the Guru comes and tells us, you don't even know. Can I really get realized in this birth? You and I may ask. But the Guru says there is no doubt about it. He gives us this, this assurance that you are that, and in this birth itself you can get realized. So here, he is told, remember what your strength is, and you can do it. And immediately the enthusiasm came. Till that time he is quiet. He is doing meditation. All of a sudden he became like a mountain. Where did that energy come from? You don't have to produce. It is within you. Yeah. So Rama kaja karibeko atura. Immediately he said, no problem. Arey, if I don't see Sita there, I will go to the to the heavens and I will bring it. Or if I don't see there also, I will go back to Ravana and bring the whole of Lanka along with Ravana. Arey, what is this? What all enthusiasm? Rama kaja karibeko atura. In order to do that, Prabhu Mudrika Meli Mukhamahi, right? Next one. Prabhu Charitra Sunibeko Rasya. Sorry. Prabhu Charitra Sunibeko Rasya. How do you get that enthusiasm? By constantly reading about it. We always should be reading so that we derive that enthusiasm. So here 4 things are told for success. First thing is you have to have a proper goal. Derive the energy from that goal because it is so high. Don't keep the goal very low. So now having done that, then he says Vidyavan, the knowledge should be there, Guni, proper virtues should be there, and then the next thing is Chatur, you have to be smart. You cannot say, after all I am doing for social service. It is okay. You should be happy that what I am doing, every week after week I am coming and teaching. Not enough. So all the teachers, everybody should know this because this is what makes success, in any field for that matter. Yeah. So Vidyavana, Guni, Ati Chatura, even in the 12th chapter Gita, so many, this kind of a devotee is very, very dear to me. The Lord keeps on saying Daksha. Daksha is very alert. So smartness with alertness, like Gurudev always, the 3 words that he used to use, quiet, alert, vigilant. It used to be like such a powerful 3 words. Quiet, alert, and vigilant. You have to be like that. Don't be inadvertent. So here, that's what was the greatness of Hanuman. So he had all the 4 qualities, and there he says, Prabhu Charitra Sunibeko Rasya. He loved to hear more and more and more. That's why we always say, keep on reading about the glories of the great people. Then you can derive that kind of enthusiasm. So it says Prabhu Charitra Sunibeko Rasya. What is Rasya? Rasya is to make us understand only apus, no, the mango in India, no, how you just when you are eating it, not cut it and see, that is not nice. We are not talking like being very tip top and all that, but actually taking it and you are really enjoying the the sweet mango. That is called as rasya. Yeah, the one who really enjoys listening to Rama's story. It is said that at the end of when Rama was going back to Vaikuntha Loka, he called all the Ayodhya Vasis and he said, I'm going to take you all to Vaikuntha Loka with me. Arre, kya baat hai, we wish we all had been there at that time. We missed the boat. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, at that time, he also called Hanuman and he says, Hanuman, chalo, chalo. He says, where? So, he says, Vaikuntha Lok. Vaikuntha Lok, will you be Rama? He said, arre, when I go to Vaikuntha, I'll become Vishnu. Maza nahi aata mujhe. I'm not interested. Arre, not interested? What do you mean I'm not interested? He says, I want to hear Ramayana story. Will they tell story there? Nothing about Ramayana. Chalo, then I'm not, you go, bye. So, even to this day it is said that wherever Rama's story is being taught, you don't doubt this, it is there. That Hanuman comes in some form and he enjoys the story. There is no doubt about it. No doubt at all. So, the same thing here, Prabhu Charitra Sunibeko Rasiya means the one who really, really enjoys listening to Rama's story. Prabhu Charitra Sunibeko Rasiya, Rama Lakhana Sita Manabasiya. Yeah. So, in his heart, all the three are there all the time. For us to remember the Lord is so difficult. For such great people, they cannot forget the Lord. Right? So it is told, once Narada was trying to see if gopis are really that much in love with Lord Krishna. In one of the stories it says that this lady, this gopi was sitting down, meditating or something. Cheh! She stood up. Cheh! Bad guy. Oh, what? Who are you talking about? This Krishna. I wanted to forget him for 1 minute. Sitting down, we want to think of the Lord, we sit down for meditation. She wanted to forget him for 1 second. He won't leave her. Even if she wants to, he won't leave. We all know of great Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. It seems once he heard the name of Kali, he would just go into trance. Immediate. Then they had to put some gulab jamun. And then to bring him back to like normal, transactional level. He was that, deep in meditation, so much of love. For us, we will eat the gulab jamun after gulab jamun. We are only interested in gulab jamun. We are not interested in the Devi or any other thing. So here, Prabhu Charitra Sunibeko Rasiya, Rama Lakhana Sita Mana Basiya. All the three are all the time in that Hanuman's heart. So keeping that goal and not at all forgetting. In and through anything that we do. That does not mean that 24/7 you have to keep on doing this. But in and through whatever we do, if we have that as our goal, there is no doubt that the Lord is going to be with us. Where else can He go? The Lord loves to be with the devotee only. So you and I can really help ourselves by remembering the Lord in and through. There are so many different beautiful things in this that each and every place I'll stop. From tomorrow on, we'll go a little bit faster and stop at the places wherever we need to, so that we can really understand the import of these things, and then we'll continue and we'll try and finish it within the 3 days. Right? It's 9 o'clock, right? Yes? Okay. Very good. Thank you. So up to whatever we have done, can we just say it one more time? Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raja निज मन मुकुर सुधारी बरनौ रघुवर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसतिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरण विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम।